Commissioner, Vice President of the European Parliament, dear Presidents and representatives from the regions, dear colleagues, Fernando and Benjamin, dear Commissioners, I would like to start off by thanking you, Commissioner, for hosting this forum, because it's very important for the development of our regions. It's a great honor and great responsibility for me to stand here before you and address you as a representative from the Portuguese government on the subject of the outermost regions. Now, we have already talked about the current geopolitical situation, and this means that we need to take decisions to ensure that the outermost regions can have a role to play, a crucial role to play as a strategic asset for their member states, but for the European Union as a whole. Our regions are representatives of the values that we promote in the world. I would like to first of all focus on a couple of aspects. First of all, the question of the MFF, and secondly, our strategy for the outermost regions. On the multi-annual financial framework, I would like to say that we're very concerned about the fact that the Commission seems to not be taking into account the additional funding for PASSE, which I think is not in compliance with what we have in Article 349 of the treaty. This is one of the key points for us. We are going to take every opportunity we can to bring up the issue, and I'm sure that my French and Spanish colleagues will also support me in this fight. But there was something else I wanted to say on the MFF. One other point which is very relevant, and that is that this future competitiveness fund and the Horizon Europe programs must bring in the specificities of the outermost regions so that they can fully benefit from the investment and innovation opportunities, so that we can strengthen the involvement of these regions in our competitiveness strategy. Now, dear colleagues, we know that there are many examples of excellence in our regions, and the European Commission must ensure that this information is provided to all so that our economic operators can see the huge potential of investing in these territories. And I'm talking about seeing our regions as investment opportunities, as strategic assets for the European Union. And in reply to Vice President Fito's request, in May, we made a contribution on our ideas for a new strategy for the outermost regions. Now, I don't want to say too much because I know time is short, but I'll just refer to a couple of points. First of all, cohesion policy. It's very important to ensure that we have specific funding for compensation for excessive costs or extra costs. We don't want there to be any backtracking as compared to the current period. In the field of agriculture, which is very important in the outermost regions, we have to ensure that the future CAP provides continuity for the specific options just to make up for the remote nature, insularity of our territories. The 85% co-funding rate is very important when it comes to funding for ORs. Now, as you can see, just by looking at this map, there's one other point which is very important. Of course, oceans, the blue economy and fisheries, very important sectors in the context of the European Oceans Pact. The ORs will have a key role to play in managing oceans, and here we're talking about science, innovation and research, and they already do a lot of work in this field. In terms of energy, it's very important to see that the outermost regions have major challenges. We have to foster the potential of renewables. We have to promote real participation in the Connected Europe mechanism. On transport and mobility, it's very important to continue adapting European transport policies. We have to take into account the specificities of our regions so that we can strengthen and maintain their connectivity. On the digital transition, we want to strengthen investment in strategic digital infrastructures for the ORs, ensuring that there is digital access and that we have cyber security as well, an increasingly relevant topic, through a more effective sea cable network. And that is, of course, crucial so that they are connected up to the European network. We have to ensure that funding can be adapted to fit in with the specificities of the ORs, and we want to safeguard the tax benefits which already exist. Finally, we would like to thank the Commission for organising this forum, and thank you for the political commitment taken on board by the Commissioner and by the Parliament for our regions. Our outermost regions must be seen in the context of European development, and this is very important. We must draw on the specificities of these regions, and we have to see that they are, of course, pioneering regions in our European project and in the challenges that we are facing. Thank you very much.
Obrigada, Ms. Domingos. Thank you very much, dear national government representatives.